Arlington High School's movie review show. I'm Sophia Adriano, and these are my co-hosts Lillian Smith and Kyra Crawford. Today we'll be reviewing Black Panther, directed by Ryan Coogler and released in 2018.
This film is about the country of Wakanda, who has just lost their king, and Prince T'Challa, our main character, now has to take his father's mantle as king and Black Panther. The Black Panther is a super-powered hero in a vibranium suit. Vibranium is the strongest metal on Earth. T'Challa has to face many political and family issues, all while grieving his father.
Black Panther teaches audiences to break negative cycles in one's family and political lives. T'Challa throughout the movie is breaking these cycles set by past leaders and by his own family. The kings before T'Challa have all done whatever it took to keep Wakanda and vibranium a secret from the rest of the world. They stayed out of the international affairs and have never offered aid to any other country at any time. But by the end of the film, T'Challa decides to break this cycle by creating an outreach center that will allow Wakanda to share its resources with other countries. Another instance where he breaks a negative cycle applies to both his political and family ties, where in his final battle against his cousin Killmonger. Throughout the film, Killmonger has been a strong advocate for revealing all of Wakanda's resources to the world, but instead to use them to do his own sort of takeover. This plan mainly stems from the night his father was killed by T'Challa's father. He then was the one that discovered his father's body. After the final battle, when T'Challa dealt the final blow to Killmonger, he tried to give Eric a second chance. He told Killmonger that they might have been able to heal him, but Killmonger decided he'd rather die than be imprisoned. While T'Challa didn't outrightly break this cycle, he did try to offer Eric a second chance.
The implicit meaning that I got from the film is that as humans, we should all stick together. In the waterfall scene where all the tribes join together to meet and celebrate their new king. Also, the scene where the tribes were fighting against Killmonger, they joined forces.
Black Panther utilizes sound in many ways throughout the duration of the film. In every fight or battle, the sounds of their weapons, or in T'Challa's case, claws, were very heightened to where you could actually feel the impact of them, and it really brings the audience into the scene, especially when you're in theaters with surround sound. And one notable scene was when T'Challa and Killmonger were falling down the mines, and there was no music playing or any other sounds. It was just their breathing and the sound of their punches. And I felt that really made you feel like you were a part of the scene. It made it really tense, and it really impacted the scene.
The formal element I'll be discussing is acting. I thought that everyone was absolutely fabulous, 9 stars out of 5 stars. It was fantastic. And Chadwick Boseman was impeccable. God rest his soul. He conveyed strength and vulnerability all at once. I'm sorry. He was vulnerable without looking weak or pitiful. And Michael B. Jordan was fantastic. He made Eric Killmonger so fun and engaging. I love the way he carried himself in that role. The scene at the end of the movie with the two of them really showcased their acting ability. The emotion seemed very real.
The formal element that I got was I really liked their costumes. I felt like it blended Afrofuturism with their tribes and then the futuristic clothing that they had.
So what did we think?
I liked it.
I really liked it. I thought it was
so
really
good.
good.
Mm-hmm.
There were parts that I was a little iffy about. I thought some of the CGI
That's
was a
true.
little
That
weird.
fake snow at the
Yeah.
end. I was like, they didn't even try.
Yeah. Or when they were falling down the mines, it looked very 3D. You could tell it was very fake, but I thought it was really good.
Mm-hmm. The movie itself was good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It was
it was
2018.
good.
Give him some grace.
When it came out, it was actually one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, it was really good. I thought the water, when they were doing the final battle scene, was very funny. When he was do you yield? But T'Challa was the one that was mostly off of the cliff. I was like, you're the one that's was falling down.
Yes.
But
he was
liked it a
about
lot.
to die if anybody was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was really good. So my surprise question is this. Favorite side character, which means you can't say Eric Killmonger and you can't say T'Challa.
Shuri, 100%. I thought she was very funny, and I liked her views about technology. I thought offered a different perspective, but I thought she was very funny. So.
I liked Shuri too.
Mm-hmm.
I like how she I like how she had like her own thing going on. Yeah.
My question for you guys is, how do you think the characters from Black Panther from the first movie versus the second movie like evolved? Like, did they change a lot, or were they roughly the same?
Well, Killmonger got a new hairdo.
Yeah. And Shuri, she changed a lot. Like,
That's true.
she matured, and also, I don't know, like, she just didn't feel like a kid anymore.
Yeah.
She was very angry and depressed.
Yeah.
I was like, poor child.
Yeah.
So my question is, do you guys agree with like Killmonger's plan of how he was gonna like?
I don't agree with like the whole like taking over other countries and stuff. I do think that Wakanda had like a lot of resources that could have like helped a lot of people, but they decided not to. Like, I get why they didn't, but they could have helped. So I agree with helping other people, but not with taking over the world.
I agree with pretty much the same. I agree with a lot of his ideas, a lot of his thoughts, and like the fact that they should be helping and how like they could have really helped, but they didn't. So I agree with helping, but not with the whole let's become the people we hate.
Yeah.
We're Lily, Sophia, and Kyra, and the movie we watched is Black Panther by Ryan Coogler. Thank you.